is a very interesting question. Actually, my early childhood was eventful. You know why I am saying that? Because most of the people would study in 2 or 3 schools before they reach the college. But in my life, before I reached the pre-university college, I was shifted to 17 schools. Because my father was in government service, he was a municipal commissioner, then became corporation commissioner. So every now and then he used to get transfers from the government. So I studied in not only 17 schools, 17 towns. So those times it was very, very difficult because in the middle of the year, my father used to get transfer and we used to move along with him. So there will be a different district, there is a different board of education. So I'll have to write all the lessons and I have to study. That was the difficult task. Then my father's commissioner association represented the government and they agreed to transfer only during the summer holidays. Somehow I got relieved about that. But still, I studied my SSLC, that is current +2, in 2 towns. And my degree even, I studied BSc Chemistry, degree, I studied in 2 towns. I started in a place called Mayiladurai, AVC College, and then I was shifted to Coimbatore, Ph.D. Arts and Science. So I hope nobody has got this kind of education. Of course, every year I used to get a lot of new friends and other people, of course, that's a good thing. But still, my education was little difficult because of these transfers. And when I joined PUC, pre-university course, that is current +2. Earlier, the education system was 11 plus 1 plus 3 years. Now it is 12 plus 3 years, right? So total 15 years, of course, but 11 plus 1, and that 1 is pre-university course. So I was a PUC PhD. Then I joined my degree course. Then after that, I did my MBA from St. Joseph's College, Trichy. Then I joined a company as a sales executive. At the very young age itself, I used to travel a lot across India because I was sales executive for DHEL and the railways spare parts company. So I had to travel a lot. So it was a very good exposure I had. After that, after my BSc and MBA, I joined the job. Then my education again started at the age of 48. So in between, I had an offer to go to Dubai. I worked there. When I came back, I could not land in a proper job, sales job. So I became an insurance advisor. Then there, I had to study about insurance. So I passed the IRDA examination. Then I passed a licentiate of Insurance Institute of India. Then subsequently, I did my associate member of Insurance Institute of India examination. When I passed that examination, that is considered to be a difficult examination. Some people even now write 4th attempt, 5th attempt, 6th attempt like that. But I passed in 1 attempt, though I was in a different industry, different job. So at that time, my age was 50. So whenever I conduct a training program, I used to tell this story to the participants and I used to ask them, what is your age? If a person at the age of 50 can pass a difficult examination with the good marks, anything is possible under the sun. Please understand. You are all of young age, so anything you can achieve. Then till today, I am continuing my education. During the COVID time, it was a wonderful time for me. I did 2 mini MBAs and almost 30 certification I have done in the last 2 years. So I continue my education. Yeah. Good question, because whenever I address in a university, then all faculty members become quizzical and they ask me the question. To do a PhD, you need to pass your master's degree. And then you have to do your MPhil. How come you become 3 university course, PUC, PhD? So then I answered this question. Because I studied in Tamil medium till 11th standard, I found very difficult to pass the PUC examination. I studied in English medium. So I found it very difficult. So I used to say PUC, PhD, passed with a high difficulty. It is not the research, it is passed with a high difficulty. So PUC, PhD. Yeah, in my previous answer, I have included that. In Tamil, there is a adage saying that whatever you have learned is only this much. Whatever you have to learn is about a sea. So I acquire qualification after qualification, but I also encourage my team members, and wherever I go now as a trainer, I encourage people to learn more, because education doesn't have any boundary. So whichever field you are in, you have to get further knowledge. Then only you can proceed. See, I have an experience of 27 years in FMCG. If I had stopped that, I'd be an expert only in FMCG. But because I have passed insurance examination, now I am able to conduct training program for many insurance companies, almost all private life insurance companies and LIC. And I have acquired other qualifications like now the current POSH, prevention of sexual harassment, Excel, PPT, whatever topic you give, I can definitely handle and I can conduct the program. So that's how I am enlarging my knowledge. I am enhancing my knowledge always. So that's how I got interested in COVID period, and I got 30 certifications during the COVID period and 2 mini MBA. Wonderful question. During 2005 and 6, I had a job break. I was literally jobless. I already mentioned about my Dubai visit and I came back. Okay, so during that time, for 2 years, I could not find a proper job. How I overcame that hurdle? My children were studying in the schools, and I had my housing loan running and a car loan running. Friends, I have great confidence, self-confidence. Everyone should have this. Without self-confidence, you cannot survive. But still, sometimes I have felt very much dejected. But I am blessed with a good wife. She supported me a lot, and she used to motivate me. Saying that this will also pass. Don't worry. Try more. She used to motivate me. That's how I overcame that difficult phase in my life. Sure. First, let us understand what is corporate governance. How corporations are directed, managed, and controlled, and held accountable to the shareholder. That is the definition of corporate governance. Nowadays, we see a lot of scams happening in the company. Lot of scams, which we do not imagine. Also, in the NSE, also a scam happened. National Stock Exchange, right? So with the proper governance only, these scams can be stopped. Number one. Number two, cyber security has become biggest issue nowadays. IBM in a survey says the cost of breach of cyber security or data in 2020 alone is approximately $4 million. So all corporates should be aware of this threat and they have to work towards that. According to me, after my studies, I find cloud storage is the best option to avoid this cyber security threat. So companies should strive to stop this threat. So that is my solution to the corporate governance threat. And good governance is not just about compliance of rules and regulation, legislation, code of conduct or practice, etc. So boards need to balance compliance with the performance of the board. Okay, what is board's work? Improving the performance of the organization through strategy formulation and policy making. So it varies from board to board. Knowing the role of the board, who does and what to do in relation to governance, helps maintaining good relationship between the board and the management. So this is what we need to focus on. So before answering this question, at the age of 50, I thought I have acquired enough experience. So I wanted to share those experiences to younger generation so that they become better in their life. So I became a trainer. So in my when I was working with the PepsiCo, I became a training simultaneously. I became a trainer because I used to implement a lot of systems in my territory. My company management wanted me to implement those systems across Tamil Nadu. So they made me as a trainer. So I have conducted so many training programs. So that from that time onwards, it has become my passion. So I wanted to share my knowledge to these people. So from 2010 to now, I've been conducting so many programs. Not only functional training, I am also conducting leadership training also. Now I think I would contribute this knowledge to the board. Number one thing, I will not have any material relationship with any company. I will not be part of company's execution team. I will not be involved in day-to-day operation of the company. So I need not have any fear. Without any disparity or any imbalance, I can suggest my ideas to the board, through which the performance of the board or the performance of the company will be better. So I can bring an impartial and independent judgment to the company. I shall try to stop any fraud. I shall create a positive impact on the corporate environment. That is why I want to become an independent director. So success in life is achieving whatever one wants to achieve, but at an younger age, so that he enjoys the life. Okay. I learned a lesson from one of the CEO I had in PepsiCo. The question is, what next? I keep on asking this question to me. What next? I have achieved this level, what next? I have achieved this level, what next? I have achieved this level. So this question keeps on asking. I mean, keeping me motivated always. I always train my people, coach my people, saying that this question should be there always in your mind with regard to your professional work as well as your personal life. That's how I started my career with a 600 rupees monthly salary. So what next? What next? I grew in my career. When I retired, I was the vice president of our project, national project manager from PepsiCo. I was earning in lakhs. But people who joined along with me after their education as sales officer or sales representative, they retired as max sales executive or sales manager at maximum of 20 or 22, 25,000 rupees salary. But I grew in my life. I always wanted to grow in personal life as well as my professional career. One thing, I am earning a lot of qualifications, so I increase my knowledge. It gives me a lot of confidence. I told you already, I have a good self-confidence. It keeps on motivating me. So I am gaining my knowledge. It gives me so much confidence to me. So this is how I grew. That's what I suggest all my people to grow. And for the young leaders, what I want to give an advice is act like a leader before you reach that position. Okay, so look for leadership opportunities always. Don't do your own work alone. Get extra work from your immediate boss. Ask him to delegate some of his work to you. You start trying that. You start doing that work. If any mistake you happen to do, your boss will correct. So once you reach that position, definitely it will be easy for you to do the job. So start from leading a volunteer group or coaching a student or mentoring a student or doing coaching a team. Like that, you start gaining your knowledge. Number 2, learn to delegate. This is very, very important. When I became national head for sales capabilities, I had a very big team. I always used to advise my team whenever they bring some difficult situation to me for a solution. I encouraged them to come with minimum 3 solutions. So they will think. I used to ask them, if you were in my position, what decision you will take? That they have to bring. Then we will discuss and I will guide them to the right decision. That's how I developed them the leadership quality. That's how I developed them to their next level. So learn to delegate. Learn to active listening. I told you I had a big team, so you have to listen. You have to listen to your team because they have very different experience. They are from different cultures. So you will gain more knowledge from them and you can make use of it in your decision making process. So get organized and stay organized. This is very, very important for the young people.